Good afternoon. This is the output that we are going to simulate using a CNC simulator. For this activity, we will use a lathe machine, so we expect that the program codes and their functions are different compared to a CNC milling machine. So since we are aiming for a small scale output, the drawing is assumed to be scaled down by half. First, we need to ensure that we are using the proper workpiece size. So we will set the workpiece diameter to 70 mm since the total length along the x-axis is 70 mm. So the clamp length should exceed the 15 mm to make sure that the workpiece is properly extended and secured. Next, we assign a tool bit using tool set 1, specifically tool 005. Before proceeding to the program, let's review some important lathe codes. So for G97, it is a constant spindle speed mode. M03, spindle rotates clockwise. And S1000 it is the spindle speed, and the 1000 is the RPM. And the T0101, it is a tool selection, where the first 01 is the tool number and the second 01 is the tool offset. In a lathe machine, the reference point is located at the center. The x-axis represents the diameter, which is in the vertical direction, while the z-axis is along the length, which is the horizontal direction. To ensure allowance before roughing, we position the tool using a rapid traverse, which is G00, X75, and Z10. Now we use G71, which is a roughing cycle used for stock removal. The purpose of G71 is it removes excess materials in multiple passes before finishing. And the G71 has several parameters. U is for depth of cut, R is for the retract distance. Then after that, we're going to assign G71 again. The P is the starting block number, and we're going to use N6. And the Q is the ending block number, and we're going to use N7. This corresponds to the actual profile defined later in the program. And the next U and W are different from the first, wherein the U here is the finishing allowance in x-axis, and the W is the finishing allowance in z-axis. And finally, we define the feed rate. Once everything is set, we may now proceed to define the profile. We start at N6 since it was specified in the G71 command, and we use G01, which is the linear interpolation, and after that we're going to assign X and Z values based on the drawing. So yan, quick correction ulit for clarity. In lathe, the X is the diameter, which is the vertical, and the Z is the length, which is the horizontal or the axial. You can love yourself. And before ending, we must define N7, which marks the end of the roughing profile. So we're going to assign N7, G01, and Z -85. Then don't forget the semicolon. After the roughing cycle, we return the tool to a safe position. So we're going to assign G00, X75, and Z10. And finally, we end the program using M30. And now, since we're done in the program, let's run the simulation. You caught me when I